Dr. Phil.
Imagine hating your face so much that you never leave the house.
It's real.
She says she's ugly, she looks like a monster. That's why she didn't leave her house for over 2 years.
It's troubling.
Is it hard for you to be here today? Tell me what you're feeling.
It's body dysmorphia.
I look in the mirror, I see someone who is overweight. My nose is hideous.
What happens to these young girls that makes them feel like monsters?
I feel like I made her this way. I think, well, maybe if I had not told, then it wouldn't have happened.
And what will you see when you look at them today?
Coming up. Let's do it. I want you to get excited about your life.
Here we go, in 10.
Stand by, camera 6. If it's happening now, we're going to deal with it now.
Stand by, Dr. Phil.
This is going to be a changing day in your life. Stand by, A, and roll A. Track it.
Go, Dr. Phil.
Here's a question for you. How long do you take to get ready in the morning? I mean, do you find yourself looking in the mirror, scrutinizing every imperfection? I mean, a lot of people do. I get in the shower, get out, shake like a dog, and I'm ready to go. But not everybody's that way. I want you to imagine staring at yourself in the mirror for over 2 hours every day and hating your face so much that you never leave the house. Now that's exactly how my first guest, Diana, feels. She says she's ugly, that she looks like a monster, and that's why she didn't leave her house for over 2 years. Take a look.
I feel like when people see me, they think that I'm ugly. I can't go places. I can't have a normal job. I can't socialize. When I look in the mirror, I see a monster. I would think that my face was collapsing. My eyes were bulging out in different directions. It's a never-ending nightmare. Diana has always been beautiful. I suffer with a disorder called body dysmorphia. You believe that you are so ugly and so monstrous that you cannot face the world. When I tell Diana that she's beautiful, she'll respond, "Mother, don't lie to me." I do have to wear a hat on a daily basis just to feel secure. It's like my security blanket. I believe the body dysmorphia started when I was very young. The kids would often call me names, make reference to how chubby I was and how ugly I was. I started permanent makeup procedures when I was 19 years old. I've had eyebrow tattooing of my eyeliner. I've had my lips done. I have had 50 to 100 permanent makeup procedures. I spent $10,000 to $20,000. It became this vicious cycle of getting a procedure and me not being satisfied with it. I feel the procedures have turned out completely horrific. I have to cover my permanent makeup with makeup.
I don't think that these procedures that she has done has deformed her in any way, shape, or form. I think she looks pretty much the same.
There was even a comment made that I was Diana Jackson. It made me feel very crazy, like I'm out of control. I became homebound for about 2 years. I literally did not leave my house out of absolute fear and concern that people were going to be judging me. It felt like I died, but I was still here. It was like life was still going. People were still living, and I wasn't. And it was like, I'm dead, but I'm still here.
Is it hard for you to be here today?
Very.
Tell me what you're thinking and feeling right now.
I feel a little overwhelmed with my my physical appearance and what I've done to myself over the last several years. Just constantly picking at myself, getting unnecessary procedures. And I don't know why I did that to myself. It was just this constant obsession.
So what you think is that the behavior that you've had in the past, and I mean, let's just talk about what we're talking about here. You say you've had 50 to 100 permanent makeup procedures.
Correct.
Like brows and eyeliner, lips, and we're talking about tattoos, right?
Yes.
Tattooing these things on your face. And you think that's really turned out poorly. So now you put makeup on to cover up what you did then.
Correct.
And in fact, here today, you went back into makeup, what, 3 times?
Yes.
Working on getting it right. You've spent a lot of money on this, right? Like 20 grand?
Somewhere in that area.
On these things across time. Why have you stopped short of having plastic surgery? Why haven't you done that?
Who knows? I mean, I actually look in that direction now.
But you haven't. And you've guilted your parents into paying for a lot of this, right?
Correct.
This is your mother here, Guadalupe.
Yes.
And your mother says that you will stand in front of the mirror and scream and cry that you have destroyed your face. Tell me what's wrong with it now in your assessment. What is it we're looking at that is so hideous that you can't go out?
Well, the eyeliner that I've had done has turned out extremely bad. I mean, without makeup, you can see the imperfections and how it looks very asymmetrical. And my eyebrows, I've had an obsession with them since I was like 19. So it's like I never feel like I want to fully show my eyebrows.
Well, at 15, you spent hours a day picking and plucking and, right.
Correct.
At 15. So you've been at this a long time. Okay. Mom, what do you think's going on here?
I think Diana is, she has an obsession, a very deep obsession with her looks. We thought at one time that it probably would pass. A lot of teenagers do that. They get in front of the mirror, or young 20s. They're still looking in the mirror. You know, they want to look presentable. But Diana was far from that. She was beyond that. Hours in front of the mirror.
It got worse. It didn't pass. It didn't get better. This is your sister Liz.
Yes.
This frustrates you, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because you describe yourself as being less than sympathetic.
Right. I spend about 20 minutes in the mirror. I'm married, 2 kids. I don't have a lot of time. I can't sympathize with somebody that's in the mirror for 2 hours at a time.
All right. Well, we're going to talk about that. You know, the question, when you look at this, is this just a vain woman that just wants to primp and fix herself up? Or is it something much more serious? Now, what's really caused Diana to hate her face so much? Her mother says she remembers the precise moment that everything changed. We're going to hear about that when we come back.
Tomorrow,
Have you strangled her?
a beautiful model in a dangerous marriage.
You imagine getting out a steak knife and stabbing her to death.
Yes. What could be worse?
A 3-year-old caught in the middle.
Now, Dr. Phil takes charge
Don't ever lay a hand on a woman in anger.
and makes a disturbing discovery.
What I saw on these tapes is disturbing. Why did you unplug the cameras?
Then on Thursday,
Did you have sexual interactions with students?
Absolutely not.
she's the French teacher accused by 3 male students. Now, she's confronting one of them face to face.
Put her hands in my pants.
But
She says you are not telling the truth. Were you lying to me?
teacher versus student. That's Thursday.
Well, today we're talking about body dysmorphic disorder. It's a psychiatric disorder that's characterized